Hi, this is Vicki with the Paper Connection, and I'm so glad that you are joining me today. I have such a fun project. About once a week, I try to bring you something super interesting. I try to make all my projects interesting, but I try to bring a fun fold or something, 3D or something. And so this is today's fun fold. It's my double fun fold, and it's called double fun fold because it opens twice. How fun is that? Now this is made with papers that you can't get anymore. This is made from the celebration papers. But I just couldn't resist. I had to use it, and I love these butterflies so much. Now also the prototype, which I was inspired by Patty Bennet, she has hers where it ties with a ribbon here, and that's what we're going to do with the next card that we're making. But I forgot to put it on at the right time. So instead, I went ahead and did another butterfly, and I adhered it on with a mini dimensional so that you could just move it and it would hold it in place and stay shut. This time, as I mentioned, we're going to use the Sailing Home, and we're going to make it a little bit of a nautical card. And so without further ado, let's just get started playing. Okay, I'm bringing my papers in, and this is Balmy Blue, and it is 5.5 this way and 10 inches this way, and then I scored it at 8.5, sorry, and at 4. Well, it's supposed to be 4.25. It's really a little less than that, because if you do it right at 4.25, then it kind of bumps up a little bit. So I did it just a little bit less than 4.25 so I would make sure that it would be able to close. So I'm just scoring that. I'm going to put that to the side. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and start putting some of the papers on it. And this is the papers from Sailing Home or Come Sail Away or something like that. All of that will be listed at the bottom too. But I'm going to go ahead and start doing some of this, and then I'll do my stamping, and then we'll finish putting it together. Such a fun fold card. You get to say fun twice with that one. Okay, and then I'm going to use the compasses here on the front, I believe. Yes. I just love these papers, how they're so colorful. They're blue on one side, green or brown or black or whatever on the other. Just really cool papers. There we go. And then rather than stamping something else on the inside, I'm going to place this paper on the inside panel. It has lighthouses, and I'm planning on using lighthouses on the front of the card, so I thought that would be appropriate, or at least somewhere on the card. I'm kind of making this up as we go, in case you couldn't tell. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this piece. Now this is, I know it's 7 inches long. Yeah, it's 3 inches by 7 inches, and it's scored in the middle at 3.5. And this is going to be the fold part, and it opens up this way. So we're going to go ahead and place this on the inside right here, and then I'll do some stamping. Yeah, Patty Bennet had a video about this, and it was so cool that I just had to check it out. I think I'll go with a sailboat on the front, and I'm going to do that in black Memento ink, because I'm going to cut it out. Not because I'm going to cut it out, but because I'm going to color it and then cut it out. I'm using my simple chamois, and you'll notice it's pretty dirty. But I love the simple chamois because you can just press it into that chamois and get your stamps really clean. I'm just going to color in the base of the boat down here. And I'm going to do the other one in the light crumb cake as well. And I'll just come in with a little bit of the darker. Go over it again with the lighter. There we go. I love how it just brings out dimension and depth. And then I'm going to use Balmy Blue for the water. I think I might use a little bit of a darker color. Hopefully this won't be too dark. This is the light Night of Navy, but I just wanted a little bit different hue. I think I'm going to like that, actually. I've just started recently experimenting using different colors together with the blenders, and I really like the effect that you get. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to cut that out. Okay, so I got these cut out, and I'm thinking that I would like to maybe color in the sails just to see how they look. It just seems like they need a little bit of color to them, so I'm going to do those with a gray, or smoky slate's actually what it is, and I'm just doing a light color on them. And I think I like it better because it seemed like you couldn't really tell that they were sails. So I like that better. I didn't want them to be too dark though. Yeah, that's better. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the smaller one on the front. Right now I'm thinking about just using that larger one and popping it up with dimensionals. I have a class that I'm having tomorrow, and I've taken a lot of my supplies and put them in the containers for the tables. And so I'm having to open up new dimensionals. Let's see, I'll use a small one for right here too. Perfect. I love that we have the regular size and then the little mini ones. I love that. One other thing that I think I would like to do is I'm gonna take crumb cake, and I'm gonna take this compass and I'm gonna stamp off. Let's see what it looks like if I stamp off again. I think that will work. Let me try the Sahara sand. I think that might be more the look I'm going for. Yes, I want the lighter color. So I'm going to go with the Sahara sand, and I'm going to place a compass on the front of this. And then I'm going to take the words, set sail in the direction of your dreams, right on the front of it. And I think I'll do that in Night of Navy. I wanted it to be a compass in the background, but I didn't want it to be too bright. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's going to be great. I'm going to put this right here. And then I'm going to use one of the little trinkets. I think I'll use the compass and the glue dots. And I'll just place a compass right down, maybe right there. I think I'll have more space right there. And then I'm done with that front part. So I'll go ahead and glue that down. Put this right here on the front of it. That's going to be so nice. I like that. Okay. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just stamp that on there. And I'll color those in. Okay, while I was off camera, I went ahead and I stamped this, and I colored it in. Well, I had already stamped it, but I colored it in, and I'm such a mess that I actually ended up getting some ink right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my little birdie stamp, and I'm going to stamp some birds coming in right there. And I'm going to do some more right over here, just like that. There we go. My husband called while I was in the middle of doing that, so it was probably just as well that I went off camera to to color that. I'll point something out to you in just a second when I get this glued on. Oh my gosh, you ever have one of those days where you're just a mess? Look at that. I am a mess. What in the world? I'm a messy stamper, but I'm not usually that messy. Good grief. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. I'm going to have to wash my hands off. Okay, tip of the day. Always keep baby wipes close at hand, and then you don't have to get up and go wash your hands a dozen times. I keep baby wipes very close. Okay, I like how that turned out. That's really cool. So, you know what? I did it again. I was not supposed to glue this down. Well, so what I should have done, instead of gluing this down, which I made the mistake of doing, and I can't get it back up now, I should have left that and put this across the front of it. You know what? Let's see if I can feed it through. If I can feed it through, the cause may not be lost. We'll see. Learn from my mistakes, peeps. Learn from my mistakes. You see here that I am human. Ta-da! I brought that sucker through. Yay! And I don't think that it's going to look bad being like that, actually. It might actually look kind of cool. I probably should have just put that up a little higher and then it would have been perfect. Hold on. I think I can fix this. So I'm going to put tear and tape on the back of here. I don't know when I have been so disjointed, so haphazard. Oh, please pardon my messiness and unprofessionalism. What a mess. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and tear this off. Now you notice I got a little bit too far there on the end. That is not a problem because once I get this backing off of it, then I can just peel it back on itself. I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, so just take it like this, roll it back on itself, and no harm, no foul. So now what I'm going to do is just place it right across here, about like this. Make sure it's even. This kind of paper is kind of nice because you've got the guideline there with that. Man, I'm glad that worked out, that I could do that. I could slip that under there. Okay, so now I'm going to bring it back across here like this, and I need my scissors. Cut off a piece. It's probably way too long, but you just tie it like so. But I don't want to do that yet because I just realized that I haven't done the inside of it yet. For this one, I am going to stamp the lighthouse on the inside of it. And that's all I'm going to say because I put that nice little sentiment on the front that says to set sail towards your dreams. I think I'll put some birds on this one too. There we go. And then I'll just glue this down. I do apologize for my little bumbles. That's what happens when you're doing this and you haven't done it before. But I do like how it turned out. I really do. That's the inside. And then there you've got that. So let's just tie this. Tie this down here. I actually am happy with that. I love how that turned out. It's completely different, but it is, I love it. Oh, I know what I was going to point out to you earlier, and then I got sidetracked. In case you can't tell, I have a little bit of an attention issue, and I can get sidetracked pretty easily. But what I did on here was, I love how that water looks so deep and so, I don't know, I took it all the way across. I used the light and dark balmy blue and the light Night of Navy, and I just did accents. I started out with the balmy blue, the light, and then I did the accents with the Night of Navy, and then I went back over some of those places with the darker balmy blue and then back over with the light, and I love how that turned out. So anyway, there is my double fun fold card, and I know with all my little bumping around, you probably just had double fun watching that, right? Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you will be inspired to make one of your own. If you liked this video, then click subscribe. If you really liked it, hit the bell button, and then you can get notice of when I have other videos that are coming out. So I hope you have a great day,